This video is about a laser engraver that I bought from a company by the name of Banggood in China, and this box here just arrived from Hong Kong. I ordered it last week, and you can see it arrived better than UPS packages that just go a couple miles. I couldn't believe it. I always had my doubts about ordering anything from companies like this from China, and this actually is the first item I have received, and it looks really good. But the whole story is I've been looking for one of the branding irons for marking all the woodworking items that I make, just to put a little brand on them. And they were all really expensive. They were like between $200 and $400 to have one made, basically. So I started, trying to get another idea, and I got an email from this company, Banggood, because I had actually pre-ordered something last year that I probably won't see for quite some time yet. But and they had this little laser engraver in there. It's a 15-watt blue diode laser, and I got it for $165. And I think it cost like another $5 to ship it from overnight from China. So I figured, what the heck, I'm going to give this a try and see how it is. And you can see the box arrived in 48 hours from when it left Hong Kong. It was in my hands. Everything was really packaged super good. They did a great job on protecting everything. And there's the 15-watt laser. And this alone would have cost over half, or almost 3/4 of what the whole assembly cost. Came with all the cables and everything that you need. And it looks, from what I'm seeing here, it looks really well made. It has some aluminum extrusions for the guides, and then everything else is machined out of like a black, very stiff black plastic. And they did do a good job of adjusting everything. And this is exactly how it arrived. But there is no safety. Aren't no safety covers on it. It comes with those glasses, and that's the only thing that protects you from going blind. So I'm probably going to have to build an enclosure for it eventually. But this is it. I received it and unpacked it, and it came with a couple pieces of wood to play with, some instructions, and the packaging was just tremendous. How well they protected everything. So figured I'll do a quick video of putting it together, and that actually took maybe about 2 minutes. The instructions weren't quite perfect. They said you had to put some plastic spacers in, and then put the laser on that bracket with 2 screws. And well, it looks like the spacers were already pressed into the laser head there, so you just had to put 2 screws in there to hold it in place. I should have got my little screw holder starter for these tiny screws, but it only took a minute. And there's some long slots here, and I wound up putting the laser at the bottom of the slots to get my 52 millimeter focal distance. You can see little tiny screws can be hard to hold on to at times. So I put it together, and then I looked around, and I realized that there weren't any plastic spacers like they had called out, but I did find 2 little tiny flat washers that were extra. So I wound up just removing those screws and putting little washers under them, just because I guess that's where they go. It's the only place I could think of. So I got that together, and then the next thing to do is to plug the laser into the board there, and then just position that arm on top where so the laser wire goes up to that little strain relief for it. And everything else is pre-adjusted and ready to go. You just drop on 4 washers, little flat washers they give you, and then there are 4 little cap nuts that go on there to do the final assembly. So you can see it's really, the assembly is really super simple on this. Anybody could do it. And they give you a little wrench even to tighten the nuts up. Then there's a stepper motor cable. That's the connector's right there, and you just plug that in. And they do give you some paperwork with all the settings for the laser. And the only last thing I had to do is put a plastic tie wrap. There's two little spots machined in that plastic block up there for the strain relief, and put a little tie wrap there just to hold that laser cable up in place there and keep it from moving around. That was it, the complete assembly on the unit. It's real simple. Everything was pre-adjusted and really moved nice and was tight and moved freely and stuff. So and there you can see that's what it looks like all put together. And I can't wait to see what it takes to get this fired up and everything, which I'll be doing next. Super light. It looks like it's got a little Arduino board built right in the end to run it there. And, it's an all-in-one package. I don't know how long it'll last or anything, or we'll see how good it works in a second, but I think it's pretty cool, and it'll be a good replacement for one of those branding irons for marking everything. And they do also give you some little clips if you want to mount it down to a tabletop or whatnot, but I pretty much just want to keep this so I can sit it on something to mark it. Then they give you some instructions with it, and they give you a link to go to when you install this thing called LaserG GRBL, and that's what controls it and actually does the imports everything. So I got that installed, and that was real simple. Just download it from the link and then click the install button. Then I powered on the unit and plugged it into the USB port on my computer, and it recognized it instantly. So there were no problems with the actual getting it to talk to the computer part. And as soon as it plugged in, I just hit the connect button and gave me all my manual jogs and everything to get started with. Then I had a just kind of like a logo that I had done in my Cameo software that I just imported into it. It was an SVG file, and I figured, what the heck, I'm going to try cutting this first on one of the little cards that they give you. And you set your spot where you want to cut. It kind of outlines the size of it there when you hit a button. And like I said, those laser glasses, they're the only thing going to keep you from going blind with this thing. So really want to make sure that anytime the laser is on, you have them. Then I just turned the laser on and on low and did a quick focusing adjustment. They tell you to turn that little lens focusing ring on the bottom until you get the smallest dot. Now it's really hard to see here with the camera, but it is a fairly tiny dot that you do get it down to. And then I just hit the send to the machine button, the little arrow there in the software, and this is my first cut. It was, from unpackaging to this first cut here, it couldn't have been much more than maybe about 15, 16 minutes. So I'm pretty impressed, and it looks like it's going to be fun. And that was basically because I did have this, file in my Cameo file, so that made it easy to just import. But I have a lot to learn about the software. I saw, I did have some problems later. But, this is it. This is the first run, and I'm speeding it up and, cutting in and out here because actually to burn this in, it took 11 minutes for this logo to burn in the first time. And then I had something messed up in the software when before I sent it. And I wound up doing a second burn over the first one that took another 11 minutes. But you can see here it's, this is my first attempt, and I still have to, like I said, I still have to learn about the settings. But I did find out that you do need a good fan in the room. I've got this HEPA filter here running now because it's getting pretty smoky in here, and I'm afraid I'm going to set off the smoke alarm. So pretty much I've been banned from using it in the house after this first use. It's going to have to use it down in my shop. But you can see it does a really nice job. Once I get the settings worked out, I think it'll be really, give me really perfect crisp text and everything. Really easy to use, and you can just take this unit and set it on top of anything, even if it's big, like the bottom of a table or something. You could just set it under there and put what you want on it. It does about almost a 6x6 area. It will do. It's not real large, but you can always move it around and do different things too. So this is the, like I said, this is the first pass that took 11 minutes, and there it is. And I thought it was all done, and that really looked good at that point to me. But then it just kind of finished up the last thing there, and then it started going back and going over it again, and I'm like, uh-oh, I got something messed up when I imported it. So I have to figure that out. And this actually did a second go around on the same thing, and it burned the it's really has a nice relief to it now. It's probably about 1 millimeter deep, the burning in it, but it also kind of blended stuff out, so I only really needed one pass on it. But there's the software, that Laser GRBL running, and there's what I imported, and you can just watch it move on that. So this is the second pass on that, and it's a little bit overcooked, it looks like, but it still came out good. So I think this thing's gonna really do a good job. And it's a 15-watt laser, so I'm not sure what it's fully capable of, but there it is, the first one. Really nice texture to it. It's burned in there deep. But a 15-watt laser really only, that's the input side of it. It really only outputs, I think, 3.5 or 4 watts. So, it's not very powerful. It's not going to cut something 1/8 inch thick or something like that. But it's really going to be great, I think, for, marking on this. And I can't really wait to try leather and stuff like that. And I had to move that filter up even closer to it, because running my second thing, I tried importing a photo into it just quickly, and try to do a small burn of a picture that I imported. And there it is, my grandson and I. It's just a selfie we took, and I found out that I didn't set the software right. I'm running just full on and off with the laser, where I should have done a PWM type setting on it to allow it to get different shades. So that was kind of a failure, but I know I can fix it next time. And then I just drew up a little bit of text in Inkscape and imported that, which is probably what I'll be doing most of the time for the marking things and stuff. And you can see it does really a wonderful job when it comes to marking. And this here, the whole thing took a little bit less than 3 minutes by the time it gets done, just to give you an idea of the time it takes. And this is the actual speed that it was running at. And like I said, the only thing that keeps you from going blind with this unit is those little glasses they give you. And you can watch it on the software. You can see everything running there and stuff. So you do have to wear the glasses anytime this laser is on. But I'm gonna try to find some shielding plastic and build a little thing to drop over it also eventually, because I don't always trust glasses like this. But you can see it really does a wonderful job at marking, and if you want to cut things out, you can do several passes too to kind of burn them through. But that took about 3 minutes, and really easy to do, and the software imported it easily and everything. And that's my selfie picture there, but that was a disaster because I don't know how to use the software yet. I will be learning though. I'm going to spend some more time, and I'll be doing some more future videos. And that was my first try, so in the end, I'm really super happy with this thing. I don't know how long it'll last, or what the capabilities are yet, but I will find out over time. And I just thought I'd share this with you, just to show you that there are some easy ways like this to mark things that you make. And it's really easy to customize exactly what you want to mark on there and everything else. And so it looks like this is going to be a great addition to the shop. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.